On January 28th, after much consideration, my parents decided to name me Japharneet. Japharneet in Punjabi translates to remember God every day. And my last name is Kaur, which means princess. Now, don't let the name fool you. I'm not that religious. So when I moved back to United States, for the ease of it and the ease of pronunciation, I chose to go by the name Jappy. Some say I chose Jappy because I'm always happy. Others say, well, because I'm always yappy. But either way, I genuinely do like my nickname. Now, I was a firm believer in the scholar class monitor theory, where you must earn exceptional grades to show that you are truly a trustworthy leader. You would not get the class monitor position or the leadership position unless you had good grades and a wonderful behavior. Behavior being obedient. I believed in the prerequisite style of leadership, where you had to check the list to become a leader. So having a lot of good toys as a kid would make you a leader. Being and having good grades would make you a leader as a kid, as a teenager. And then, of course, education and job title would make you an automatic leader as an adult. This is what I truly believed what leadership looked like. In fact, I myself did not get into the leadership certificate or even think about getting into the leadership certificate despite knowing of its existence until I joined Student Government Association on campus and maintain a 4.0 GPA. And now you might be wondering, why am I wearing these sunglasses when it's not sunny and I'm inside? Well, I discovered this the hard way, that the leadership did not have any prerequisites. And I was forced to take these hard glasses off that actually blurred my vision of what leadership and what competitive leadership would look like. I had to take off the dark glasses to have the realization, the hard realization, that what leadership I was taught was not actually leadership. Sure, maybe one type of it, but not everything. My reaction to this realization was rather shocking. I despised the fact that there were no prerequisites to leadership, that you did not have to have high grades and obedient behavior, because I had done that. And I wanted others who would call themselves leaders to do the same, to struggle to maintain your grade and to always be obedient despite what you wanted to say. I'm glad I joined this program, because my old definition of leadership was very toxic and counterproductive. And I really hope that I and people like me never get into the workforce and become leaders with this thinking. A wonderful quote by John C. Maxwell: "A leader is one who knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way," is how I identify with leadership. I believe in visionary leadership, based on the foundation of collaboration and active action throughout your journey. My leadership journey, in my head at least, began in 2018 when I was elected as the president of the student council in high school. I started out as a kind of dictatorship style of leadership, where I wanted to tell my team what I wanted them to do, how I wanted them to do it, and what needed to be accomplished at one timeline. Right now, I'm more of a laissez-faire type of leader who lets the team decide how they want to go about the route. I just help them and guide them through the way. I, for one, consider myself a very creative individual, and I would love to have that creative ability and that freedom if I was working under someone. Therefore, now I want to give the same freedom to everybody on my team as well. My change from the ideology of scholar, class monitor, blue dark lens leadership to this clear vision leadership where anyone can be a leader Really, this transformation happened when I took this course, when I started reading more, when I started looking around myself and seeing instances of leadership from ages 7 to ages 85. I saw leadership in my younger brother, in my mother, in my friends, in my cashier. I even saw leadership in my far distant uncle who I was recently connected with on Facebook through his digital activism. My journey to leadership is still incomplete. I wish to become an inclusive leader that is an agent of change. And to get there, I want to develop some wonderful habits that will make me want to chase positive social change every single day. I want to start by consuming literature that is specific to social justices such as racism, xenophobia, transphobia, and how to be an ally to the LGBT community. To become an inclusive leader, I want to create a sense of belonging in a community. I don't just want to invite people over, I want them to feel welcomed. And most importantly, I want to fight my internal unconscious biases to become a leader who is just and fair. I also want to be a leader who is charismatic and has wonderful oratory skills. I would like to introduce you to my favorite leader, Alexandria or Ocasio-Cortez. She started out as a bartender and now she is a congresswoman. That itself is so impactful because I used to wear those dark glasses, and to me, in my old leadership sense, a bartender could not be a congresswoman. They must have to go through education and internships and this rigorous battle of obedience to get that position. I am so glad to see these role models around me in the world that inspire me and teach me the important lesson which I want to reinforce throughout my life, that anyone can be a leader and that you don't have to be obedient to be a leader. You need to actually stand for what is right, to understand your values, morals, and beliefs. I would have been one of those students that never raised their hands when Dudley asked the question, "Who in this room thinks there is their leader?" The most common way people give up their power is by thinking that they don't have any. And alas, I would like to conclude this TED Talk by pointing out something that I learned and will continue to spread awareness about throughout my life. The difference between a boss and a leader is that a boss says go and a leader says let's go. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.